In today's video, I'm going to be looking back on my time living in Denmark. I have been living in Denmark since October 2013, and I've only been back home in Australia once since. That was almost 1 year ago, and now I'm almost finished school and soon moving back to Australia. So I thought today was a good time to have a little bit of a recap on my time in Denmark. Of course, there have been many challenges and downs, but there have also been many great times, and overall, living in Denmark has been one of the most rewarding and greatest experiences of my entire life. Moving to a different country is very challenging and difficult, and moving to the other side of the world to an entirely different culture is extremely challenging. Although I am part Danish, I had never lived here before. I had visited, but nothing more than that. Whereas today I can call Denmark as a part of my home and a big part of my life. I have really enjoyed the last 3.5 years living in Denmark, and that's why today I'm going to be sharing some of the amazing things I have learnt and experienced whilst living on the other side of the world in a different country and culture. My time here is ending soon. I have some exams, and once I've graduated I'll be travelling for quite a while, and then shortly after that moving back to Australia. Learning another culture and country has been extremely interesting. It has really opened my eyes to how different a country can be from another place. For example, before I had moved to Denmark, I only really took notice of Australia, my home, and since then, moving here to Denmark, I've actually learnt a lot about Australia once noticing how different the cultures can be. I think it is so cool to be able to speak more than one language, because then you can communicate with even more people, and I hope that the Danish language stays within me forever. I have completed some of the most challenging years of high school. No, I have not graduated yet, but I have finished school. I just have the exams to go, and the last years of school are very, very challenging, and to be able to do that in an entirely different language makes me very proud of myself. I have made some lifelong friends here in Denmark that I will remember forever and will stay in contact with, and I've also become a lot closer with my Danish side of the family. Living in Denmark has allowed me to be able to travel much easier and faster and cheaper to other countries, as Denmark is in Europe, which is really close to several other countries, whereas Australia is quite far away from, well, everything. So having that opportunity to experience even more cultures and be able to see more of the world has been truly amazing. Although this is just a part of growing up, it was here that I really experienced this, but to face lots of new challenges and work your way through things and all these hard times, I've been able to get through them all, and that is something I will always remember in my time in Denmark, was all the things we've been through and how it's made us the people we are today. Being in Denmark has also really taken me out of my comfort zone, especially in the first year or two when I couldn't speak the language. I didn't know very many people, I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was constantly, on a daily basis, being thrown out of my comfort zone because I had to communicate in another language and get around and not feel as comfortable, because this wasn't really my home. I didn't really know my way around and stuff, so I've had to face and try a lot of new things, and it's really made me a very confident and independent person. Living in Denmark has really shown me the ability I have to do things I never thought I would be able to do. I never thought I'd be able to complete school in another country and another language. I never thought I'd be able to learn and fit into an entire different culture and society. I never even thought I'd be able to speak fluently, write fluently, and get good grades in another language. This is going to sound strange, but being in Denmark has also given me some sort of interest in politics. Not a large amount. I don't think I could ever be a total politics fanatic, but realising the differences of the government systems from Australia to here, and I've even learnt a lot about America's political system, has really broadened my eyes about what's important in a country to make it work, because I can see really, really big differences between all the countries and what works and what doesn't, and I find it very, very interesting. Being in Denmark also opened my eyes to lots of things I didn't even know about. I've learned a lot about certain things that I had never heard of or tried before, so I feel like I've broadened my interest for things and my knowledge. Denmark will always be special and important to me because not only am I half Danish and half of my family belongs here, but I've spent some really important years here in Denmark. I went from being a teenager to an adult. I turned 18 here, and that can be very challenging. You have to go through a whole lot of new things. I even got my driver's license here and my first proper job. I've tried so many things, and all these big points in my life have happened in Denmark. And believe it or not, Denmark has taught me how to drink. I still do not know a country that can drink better than the Danes. So that is another thing I've gotten out of living here in Denmark. Of course, I could go on and on about all the things that I've learned and go into detail about the really life-changing moments and struggles and challenges and amazing moments that have really shaped my life and shaped me into the person I am today. But I think I'll leave it at that for now. I just wanted you to know that going and experiencing a whole different country or culture is truly amazing. It was such a gift in my life and I'll never forget it. I hope one day I look back on this video and can remember all the amazing things that I have experienced in Denmark. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to have lived in an entire different country and feel totally welcomed and just feel like it is a home to me. Of course, I'm so excited to move back to Australia, where I was born and grew up most of my life and have spent most of my life. It's going to be an exciting new journey, but I definitely just wanted to also appreciate and talk about my love for this country, which will always be a big part of me as well. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video if you liked it. That would really help me out a lot, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because I post videos every single week about all sorts of things, and I would really love to have you join me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!